Shalom, shalom. Back out here again. Running kind of late. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do it like that. I made it out here Friday. You know, out here very late tonight. Just got off the damn plantation. So it's business as usual, man. You know, no excuses not to do this. No matter how long you work, or how short you work, man, you still gotta come out here. Before I get started, though, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakwadash. Like I said, man, it's Friday. I think I've been out here on Friday for a while, you know. But here I go. We're gonna get straight into it because it's late. I don't know if you hear the wickedness in the background. They got them brass bands going and shit. Everybody getting primed up. This is Romans 3:3. It said, "What if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" So yeah, what if you don't believe that we're in the midst of World War III? We're in the midst of this failed experiment known as America. What if you don't believe that the Most High is going to send His Son back, Yahweh Shah, to come redeem the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, that I got on this sign down here, man? You see, like I lean the camera in. Yeah. That's what the Lord's coming for, man. That's what He's coming back for. Not all of them, just the elect. So don't get too happy, Jake. You don't think you just gonna get beamed out of here being wicked as hell, man. Not believing. That ain't gonna get you out of here. And I said, what if you don't believe the words that's coming out of my mouth? That was giving me like how about some y'all shit. What if you don't believe none of this what I'm saying? It says, "Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without a faith?" It doesn't change anything. We're still on schedule for World War III. We're still on schedule for, Jacob's trouble, man. We still on schedule for this place imploding. And I'm not going to listen. We still on schedule for, stock market crash, man. Worse than the Great Depression. So we're still on schedule, man. So your unbelief doesn't change anything. Your unbelief don't even stop the man of the Lord from coming out on these highways and byways, man, prophesy. Nothing. How about Shemel Shah show still goes on? Like they say, 1 month you don't stop no show. Verse 4, Most High forbid that the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Yeah. So, let every man be, it says, but every man a liar, as it is written. Every man a liar, as it is written. It says, Most High forbid, man. Nothing changes, man. What you want to leave? Spirit, get taken off you, man. And you get on these podcasts going around talking about how you used to be a Hebrew Israelite. You used to be in a cult, you know, and all this sort of madness. Is that gonna stop anything? No. It don't matter how many podcasts you jump on trying to the word I'm looking for. But discredit. Trying to discredit this truth, man. So it don't matter, man. All you are is a stumbling block to these so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who on the fence, you know, who are weak in faith, man. You're a stumbling block unto them. You got a nigga somewhere watching a video of y'all people who used to be Israelites, explain that, you know. The nigga sitting on the fence. Hey, I told you, man. I was gonna join it. I was gonna start doing it, but this man, he was in it, and he said, you know, he ain't one no more. I figured it was fake. It wasn't real. But the people talking about on the highway out there screaming, cussing out the so-called white man. They wouldn't say so-called, but they'll say cussing the white man out. So with all that said, nothing changes because the niggas stop believing. The nuke's still gonna fly. The earth is still gonna shake and quake. You know, nothing is gonna go away just because you took this truth. You fell out, whatever the case may be. Or you was never in it and you just lying and saying you was in it. Nothing is gonna change. You know, that battle known as World War III is still gonna take place in the Middle East. It don't matter. And Trump saying, hey, we're gonna have some news this weekend about Iran. Lord willing, he planned an attack over there, man. But you already know he got it planned. It's not Esau Desert. He has to give he has to get a false pretext or something. He ain't got all those bombers down there in Diego Garcia for nothing. Just down there watching and causing. So they're gonna do something with Iran. And that just speeds up the prophecy even more, man. That's when we know it's getting closer and closer to getting the hell out of here. So maybe tomorrow they're gonna do a strike on Iran, man, over in Tehran. And that's gonna get Russia stirred up. When Russia gets stirred up, China gonna get stirred up. Yeah, man. There's number good times ahead, bro. Number good times. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here, man. I'm tired of this fucking place. Everybody, oh, why don't you just move? Don't you think I've thought about that 1,000 fucking times? Huh? Why don't you just leave? Like I never thought of that before. But what is that gonna change? Nothing. still on the thumb or the foot of the so-called white man in one shape or other. Wickedness is still in control. I got a problem with that. Wickedness is still abounding. So moving don't fix it. I'm still on the bottom because I pack up and go down to South America. You know, but if you try to move against, upon your own people, the Northern Kingdom, they still gonna look at you stupid. You know, they still gonna despise you. Because of the curses. Let's say you go to Africa, you got them filthy, stinking Africans over there that's gonna hate you. So what is that going? Then you got our people over there who think they're Africans. They're gonna be fighting against man, the Lord. You just fucked, man. And until you get out of here, you know. You ain't on vacation. Look why you down here in the truth, man. Ain't nowhere you can go, man. And be so-called happy. You know? Say, Lord bless me with a few dollars. I could go to DR, get a plate, or Columbia. But when you wake up every day, wickedness is still gonna be present, you know? And that ain't gonna work. And then every day you got to turn on the TV and still see Esau Edom in control. Starting with the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, man, with their central banks, manipulating the currencies, trading booms and busts all over the world, man. So the best thing to do as a man of the Lord is just ride your sentence out wherever you are, man, and wait on your power shot to come get it. You know? Yeah, sure, I can move to another state here in the U.S. You know, I even thought about that. I might even slide over, to Mississippi, man. It's a thought, but 5 times a fucking day. That's crazy. But man's going to the Lord, so only time to tell. I was in Mississippi today on a route. I'm like, damn, trees, nice yards. When I come back over here, it's like I'm fucking in Haiti. I'm looking at all the farm animals in Mississippi, the horses, birds chirping, nicer roads. Even the dirt roads better than this shit over here. So hey, who knows? It's a thought. But it ain't up to me, man. This might be where I ride it out. Let's go home some more, man. I hate when I start getting into it. I always misplace my damn notes, man. My damn precepts. What, 15 and 4. So for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithful. And be unfaithful to this die in your unfaithfulness, Jake. You so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, man. You're just a bunch of two-timing whores, man. Two-thirds of the nation over. And Jake, all over the world, man. You just a bunch of two-timing whores, man. Laying down with different gods, doing whatever the hell you want to do. But you made a covenant with the Most High, man. That you was gonna follow His laws, man. And you reneged on the deal, man. You utterly reneged on the deal. So you're gonna die in your unfaithfulness. When you see you get stretched out, you look on the news, you see Pookie and Ray Ray get shot up on the corner. Hey man, that's just all a part of judgment, man. You want to do things your own way. You got your own way of doing things. That's what got our people in a lot of trouble, man. To this day, we just want to do what the hell we want to do, and the Most High didn't set it up that way. Because be serving Him, not serving your own lust, your own belly. He made you to serve Him, to praise Him. He made us His chosen people. So what our people do, they just go and wipe their ass with the scriptures, man. They say thanks, but no thanks. They seen the miracles when we was in Egypt, coming out of Egypt, man. And they still murmured, man. Still talk trash about the Most High behind his back, man. At least they thought they was talking behind his back. But they murmured in them tents, man. Ungrateful. And still ungrateful to this day. Like I said, man, all the unfaithful gonna die and then unfaithfulness, man. Because like I said, Israel has went a horn. They in love with JC, man. Jesus Christ. They in love with him, man. He let you do whatever the hell you want to do. Jesus ain't got no rules, man. Anything goes. All you gotta say, Jesus forgive me, man. That's it. And do it all over again the next. That's why our people ain't too big on this, man. We go and tell you, hey, the law, statute, commandments, they still in effect, man. They ain't been done away with. I don't care what Pastor Porkchop told you, man. Reverend Rib Tip or Grandmama. So they buck up against this truth, man. But we tell you, hey, you still on the hook, man. You made an agreement that you was gonna keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. So what's all this all about, man? And so they come up wanna fight you, wanna shoot you, wanna put hands on you. So they deep down inside, man, what we saying is true. You know, you niggas know deep down inside this is true, is what I'm saying. What we saying coming out of these Bibles, man. Verse 5, behold, says the Most High, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. So wait, I thought the Lord was a teddy bear, man. I thought the Most High was a big old Teddy Ruxpin up in the sky, man. He said, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You know? Hey, the Lord does all these things. Man. He ain't up there just chilling on the throne, man. You know, he's not asleep at the wheel. You know, he ain't up there just playing checkers all day at chess, man. He's making shit happen. You know, he's putting your ass to death. You know, he's sending out the hits, man. The true mafia boss, man. Verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Hey, man, there's wickedness in every corner of the earth. You know, you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure that out, man. You don't need a long chalkboard like Einstein had, dealing with them equations, man. Wickedness has polluted the whole earth, man. It's everywhere. No matter what part of the earth. That's what the Lord sent the plague, send the plague, sword, modern day sword, the gun, or he'll send an earthquake over there like he did in that's over in Manamore or some shit like that. And he'll send an earthquake over there and shake some shit up. They over there worshiping Buddha. Some of our people over there, because we scattered all over the world. And then sometimes the Most High just got to remind you who in charge. Like I believe Jeremiah 23, he say, am I a power afar off? And the answer is no. He can hit you from long distance, man. Like Reverend X said, he omnipotent, He can reach your ass wherever you at. Just to paraphrase. I'm gonna go back and listen to that tonight. That's an inside thing. So where was Buddha in the midst of all that, man? So did the Most High sit back and, get with Buddha and say, you know what? I'm thinking about doing this earthquake. You think I should do it? Let's flip a coin or something. No. He's not seeking the counsel from other gods. That's why he calls the Most High. There's no one higher than him, man. And he's not, consulting with Buddha, Islam, what's his name? Allah Muhammad, you know, or even Jesus, man. He runs the show. The Second Chronicles 15 and 13. Let's start at verse 12. It says, and they entered, and they, meaning you hammer-headed Israelites on their sign, meaning you entered into a covenant to seek Yahweh, power of their fathers. Let me read that over. This is Second Chronicles 15, verse 12. It says that they entered into a covenant to seek Yahweh, power of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul. So you entered into a covenant, like I was speaking about earlier. But that you're going to seek after the Most High with all your heart, meaning your mind and all your soul, man. Meaning you're going to put your all into it and seek the Most High. So what went wrong? Hmm? How did the signals get crossed? Hmm? Yeah. Let's go to verse 13. That whosoever would not seek Yahweh, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So the Lord don't give a damn about who you are, man. You know, He got some for the ladies too. He's a ladies' man too. It's ladies' night. Ladies' night. So the most I believe in equal rights and equal lefts, man. He's not gonna leave the women out either, man. He don't give a damn how rich you are, how poor you are, man. He's gonna put your ass to death. So when you see these Israelites, these so-called Negroes, you know, getting slaughtered, you know, getting their brains blown out by one another, that's all the will of the Lord, man. It goes back in Deuteronomy where they talk about how He's gonna destroy you, man, until you are destroyed. Get exactly what precept. It's in 28 something, Deuteronomy 28. He said he ain't gonna let off the gas until you destroy it, man. And you out of your damn mind. You don't want to serve a power like that, man. He don't get tired. He ain't taking breaks. You know, you wicked as hell. Matter of fact, it said he's angry at the wicked every day, man. Every day. Woo! You know, he's angry at you damn Israelites, man. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans every day, man. So every day he ready to send one of y'all to the spirit world, man. A whole gang of y'all. Because what he sees the nation of Israel as a woman, and hey, the Most High already said he's a jealous power, man. So every day he's seeing his woman, Israel, cheating on him. Getting your Easter baskets all together, down there, eating whatever the hell you want to eat, do whatever the hell you want to do. So every day he's like a jealous husband, man. He's like, man, I didn't give this woman everything. I didn't give this woman my law, statute, commandments. I made her my wife, and here she is across town with motherfucking Tyrone, man, who ain't doing nothing for her, man. So he do what any other man would do, man. He go in there like old boy in Texas, that was in his bathrobe when he found out his wife was cheating on him. You know, he told her, "You about to go meet Jesus, man." You know, he put this raised the shotgun up and boom, and sent her to the spirit world, man. So the Most High got that kind of rage, but worse when he see the nation of Israel out here doing the hell they want to do, man, cheating on him. It's many references in the scriptures where he says Israel goes a whoring, man. And so the Most High don't like you cheating on him, see? And by laying down with these other gods, that's adultery, man. And you already know what the law is for adultery in the scriptures. So he's justified and put you to death. You know? And like I said, in the sword, in the famine, in the plague, or whatever the case may be, or something he just cooked up. He speaks about where, he gonna send plagues upon you, some shit that wasn't even in Egypt, man. Just some just some newly created plagues, man. But yeah, that just goes over the top of the head of our people, man. They just want to do what they want to do, man. They want to feel good, you know. They're all about having a good time. Never mind, you got the creator of heaven and earth just just waiting, you know, waiting to send you a one ticket to the spirit world. He just waiting for the perfect scenario to set you up, you know. And you step out on the truck, you know, and get your ass flattened like a pancake, man. The scripture say the Lord is slow to anger, so he got number plenty of time to get your ass, man. He got all the patience in the world. And one thing for sure, he gets every man and woman he wants. Nobody escapes the Most High, man. Nobody. Go to Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, and Yahweh said unto them, so like he said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, because Jerusalem, it's a people before it's a place. You know? It says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So this scripture saying, hey, telling the angel, go through it and set a mark upon the men that's sighing and crying, man. And what I'm doing is sighing and crying that, hey, man, this wickedness has to come to an end, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm ready to get out of here. You know? You know, I'm tired of going into a store. You want to get something to eat, and on the menu, all you see is catfish, oysters, shrimp, crab this, crab that, flounder stuffed with crab. You know, this shit driving me nuts. You know, I'm tired of going to the grocery store. I gotta sit down the aisle and read what the hell's on the back of the label all damn day. You know, I can't just grab something off the shelf. I gotta go and read and see what's in this shit. And you only open that the shit that say on the back is true, man. You don't know what the hell they putting in that shit. But you have to go off and put your trust, you know, which you can't believe Esau eat them anyway. So they gonna tell you what he put. I was sitting there reading the label on these ingredients of some of the bag of chips I was trying to buy. And this one guy working there, he was like freaked out. I was reading. He was like, he down the, he on the opposite end of the aisle, stocking the shelf. And I look up because you could feel somebody watching you. So I look up, and he like this. He can't believe somebody's actually reading the ingredients, man. So you stick out like a sore thumb in this damn appointment, man. Yeah, you can't even get a damn bag of anything without something being tied to pork, some kind of shellfish or something unclean. So that's what we're saying, man. We saying and crying, say, hey, man, can't have a clean glass of water without 15, 20 different chemicals in it. And the bottled water is worse. At least the tap water is regulated. The damn bottled water is unregulated. So they can put whatever they want in there. Safe levels, like they say. You can't have a fresh, nice, clean glass of water. You can't breathe fresh air without chemtrails, all different kind of chemicals in there. Or you can't just sit down and have an apple without it being some GMO, man. Or let's switch it up. You wanna settle down and get you a nice woman or something. Hey, if you can get a woman that's only slept with 5 guys, man, and I ain't talking about the burgers either. You got just those people, man. Trying to find a virgin, man. You SOL on that. You know, so if you could settle for a chick that's only been with about three, four, five guys, maybe, then that's about the closest thing you gonna get to a virgin here, man, in Babylon. You know, if she got 10, 20, you know, then you kind of like, I don't know, you know. You know, you might be able to work with that, you know, but your average woman, man, she just slept with the whole block. You know, half the her high school class, man. By the time she 15, 16 years old, you know, what the hell is he doing? We're looking to send somebody to the ICU tonight. You know, or you get tired of the alphabet gang too, man. You know, we're tired of seeing men 7 foot tall with many dresses on, man, many skirts, big rod hanging up. You know, I get tired of looking at TV. I don't know if that's a man or woman I'm looking at, man. I'm tired of playing the guessing game. If I'm looking at somebody, you know, I don't know if that was born a woman or that was born a man. You know, I get tired of doing that, man. Wrecking my brain out. So we signed and crying for all the abominations of it, and we tired of seeing our people go off and be wicked. You know, tired of seeing them booning and cooning, man. Especially cooning. Oh, good. That just makes me sick to my stomach seeing Jake cooning, thinking they're American. So this fucking weirdo over there in this damn. Amazing, man. Let's go back to that, Zeke. Here it is, you in New Orleans, one of the most wicked cities in the world, but you got nothing else better to do but watch me, man. Really? When I was in the world, I was in the world. The whole world, Craig. I was in the world. Go to verse 5. This is Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So there's some anger, man. You don't have any pity when I send you out to do my bidding, man. Just slay utterly old and young, both maids, young women, and little children, and women, grown women, adult women, but come not near any upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. Yeah, so judgment's gonna start at the Lord's sanctuary, man, with Israel, man. And they say slay utterly young, old, young, infants, little Riri, little Kiki, little Hector, you know. Or say kill them too, man. You know, so if you don't have this mark, this spiritual mark, you're not gonna make it through what's coming. Because China and the U.S. are doing trade war right now, but eventually trade wars turn into world wars. So it looks cute. They going back and forth, 120 some percent tariff here, oh, another 135% tariff there. It's cute right now, but eventually it's gonna turn into a hot war, man. Eventually they're gonna get tired of breaking out them pins, man, and they're gonna say, you know what? How about we just shoot this shit out, you know? And that's what the U.S. and China is going straight for, man. So everybody that's still on, egging him on, which he doing the Lord bidding. But you about to find out, he about to get you in a whole world of hurt, you know? A whole time doing the Trump dance. You gonna be doing the Trump dance the whole time when them draft papers hit your door, man, hit your mailbox, telling you you've been drafted. You know, you know, your government needs you. You know, Uncle Sam needs you, man, to fight this war he's getting ready to start with China and Russia. Man. Like this one guy I watch a lot, NY Prepper. He all on there with his, he got his firearm training. He hitting the weights. Yeah, you gonna need all that when your ass get drafted into this war, man. That's coming. You're gonna need all those skills, man. How to dig a trench, you know. You're gonna need your strength in that day. Because once you get sent out to the Middle East, you ain't coming back, man. You ain't gonna have no desert memorabilia, man. You're gonna be the memorabilia. You're gonna be what they say, desert desert equipment, man. You're gonna be some human sand dunes, man. You're gonna be the memorabilia that's left in the desert when y'all get drafted for this World War III, man. So Jake, go ahead, man. Just keep on keeping on, like they said. But you're gonna see, man, when when China get tired of this going tit for tat with these tariffs, soon they're gonna be ready to get these guns going, man. They're gonna be ready to fight this out, and that's what it's steadily creeping up to, man. First is the currency war. They already had that already. They was talking about China was manipulating the currency back, what, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Now they moved to the trade war, man. So now once the trade war heats up, it's jumped up to go into a world war. So enjoy your French Quarter Fest. Soon, this could be the last. So party, like Prince would say, like it's 1999. Get your stamina up, man. If you be running through that desert, you're gonna be held to fate, man. You gonna be running for your damn life, man. But you ain't gonna escape that desert. Man. You know, you are not gonna escape the desert. Let's go to Jeremiah 30. We're gonna end it off on Jeremiah. Man.
Is that not true? Yeah. Really took out
Jeremiah
element
30 and
now.
6. Ask ye now and see. Let's go with verse 5. Thus says Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Yeah, nobody's in a peaceful mode over in the other side of the world, man. You know, they get into full war mode over there, man. But you damn Americans are just oblivious to what's to come, man. You know, you always late to find out. If you think Europe and NATO is getting geared up for war, don't you think U.S. won't be long behind, man? I'm talking about heavy mobilization. Hell, what's his name? Zelensky already said you're gonna feel it, man. You're gonna feel what them troops over in Ukraine feeling. You know, he said your sons and your daughters gonna have to fight, and we fastly approaching, man. So there's no sound of peace in the air, man. Everybody's talking about war. Even the peace man himself, Trump, is talking about war. How could it be someone talking about, oh, we got to end the wars, but he getting ready to strike a run, you know? You know, he just struck the Houthis. What about this peacetime president? But he's steadily getting the arms up, man. He's talking about nuking somebody, man. You know? So you people been duped again, man. Hook, line, and sinker. It's easy to fool an American, man. Just put up American flag and say, I pledge allegiance to the flag, and they got you. The elite run a game on you Americans all the damn time. The politicians got you like a damn yo-yo, man. And all they gotta say, hey man, we winning. We winning. They just they eat it up, man. Every time. You know, but hey, we love it, man. The Lord, we love what's happening, man. We loving the trade wars. You know, we loving that Trump getting ready to go to a run. You know, with a military strike. You know, glad he bombed the Houthis a couple of weeks ago. Hey man, hey, I'm loving it. You know, good job, Trump, man. Good job, man. Verse 6, ask you now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Yeah, that's a paralyzing fear. You, your face turned pale, man. It says, with every man with his hands on his loins, man. That's how much fear you're going to be in. Crying like a woman in labor. Yeah, something similar like how he's saying, but worse. You know what I'm saying? People hollering like that, man. Screaming. I'm like, oh, Lord, oh, Jesus. Oh, God, please help me. Next thing you know, you're going to see a tank coming down your street, you know, and you got them troops behind you. They ain't even with the ground, man. You know, if you don't have this mark, you're not gonna make it out of Jacob's trouble. I don't care how many prepper videos you got, how many guns you think you got. You know, it ain't gonna be enough in that day. I saw this one Jake. He got like I forget what they call them, but they're like canisters of bullets, just stocking them up. He's steadily stocking them. It ain't gonna do you no good in that day, Jake. What's coming for you is coming straight from the Lord, man. And you shall not escape, man. He got something in store for his people. You know, he's gonna get his hands on y'all one good last time. He's gonna bring you out like a wet dish rag, man. Do a couple more minutes and get to them now. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So yeah, that day of Jacob's trouble is coming for you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. There's no other day in recorded history gonna be like this day. It's gonna be worse than slavery, man. It's gonna be worse than World War One or Two. Worse than when the Romans starved us out in 70 AD. It's gonna be worse than the Civil War, man. The Confederate, you know, it's like it's gonna be worse than that. Any war in recorded history is not gonna compare to Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be something out of something Steven Spielberg can come up with, man. You talking about all out chaos, mayhem, all the guts and the gore that's gonna be going on. You can't even describe it with words, man. Just imagine the screams and the hollering. You know that death, that blood curdle. People, somebody get hit in the throat, and get that throat slashed, and you hear that curdle. That's what it's gonna be like, man. You know, but you're gonna hear lots and lots of it. And if the Lord ain't dealing with you, you gonna get some of that. You know, I was watching this one video about how this guy killed this chick in Atlanta. You know, so the detectives was interviewing him, and he was like, pretty much, asking the guy, give us a recap on how you killed her. You know, so he's like, well, he got her inside the parking garage. You know, he caught herself walking her back to the car because she was drunk, and he like choked her out. You know, and he was like, you know, so the cop was like, how do you know she was dead? He was like, she made a noise or something. He was like, oh, I believe they call that, I think they call it the death roll or something like that. But it's some kind of noise they make before somebody dies. He was like, yeah, and he described it. And he was like, you gonna hear a lot of that in that day. You gonna hear that death roll. Yeah, a lot of y'all gonna experience it. We lose troops at the street. These NATO, UN troops. And they ain't coming to bring you food and water, man. You know, they not coming to, ask you if you okay. You know, we're the government, we here to help. You know, it ain't gonna be none of that. They coming to stick that rifle in your mouth and pull the trigger, man. They not gonna hear none of that. Oh, I'm an American, these my constitutional rights. All you gonna hear is them damn fully automatics, man. Or hearing them bullets ricochet, man. That's what you gonna be hearing. You know, so hey, man, the world's gearing up for war, and soon it's gonna touch the shores of America. You know, they getting you primed up right now, man. Europe is already in full war mode. You know, they increasing their defense budget. You know, they getting their roads together, man, to start mobilizing these tanks. And what we worried about over here, I wouldn't say we. I would say you dumb, boneheaded Israelites. You worried about getting down there to that French Quarter Fest, you know? And you the one the Lord got it out for the most, you know? You the number one on the list, but you the least prepared. So the Lord is gonna have easy pickings on you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's gonna be like clubbing baby seals. It's gonna be it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby, man. Once martial law declared, you know? Busy man.
Okay, you busy. Supposed to be making money while you busy.
That's the typical so-called all about money. The brokest people always talk about money. You know? You know, when you have money, you really don't have to talk about money that much, you know? But the brokest people always talking about, oh, I hope you get money. I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know? Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw a curse on that bitch, man. How about that? Get that. That been disrupting the Lord's program, man. This serious fucking business up here, man. Everybody takes shit for a goddamn joke all the time.
Well, I mean, now you got a passport.
You know? Everything's a fucking game here, man. Feel like I'm fucking playing out here. Do it look like I'm in my right fucking mind out here? This time of night, preaching the word. And you fucking with me? Yahweh, Bahashem, Shalak, Rayim on that fucking nigga woman, man. Fuck the nigga woman. Niggas always talking about money. Niggas ain't got no fucking money, man. Niggas ain't got a fucking dime, man. You the fucking poorest nation on the fucking planet. Come out getting money. You niggas out your goddamn mind, man. So I can't wait till the Lord, Yahweh Shah, come through and kill y'all, man. I can't wait till he put y'all to death. Cause you just fucking stupid, stylish children, man. Hope you get money. I ain't even good, you know. You know, I ain't gonna even go there. Who are you at the end of the day, man? I don't need to broadcast what I got, man. I know what I got. You know, my my little crypto account is just enough to take care of you, man. Just because we serve the Lord, man, don't mean we broke, man. Get that straight. Or we don't have good jobs. You know, I don't need to get money, bitch. I got money. Okay, it's the difference.
Honestly, we love to just jump in my truck at St. Rocket. That feels more feeling. Oh no, that's all right. I'll just ride over there. I'm just making sure I got it.
Let me get out of here. It's always the nigga one. Always the nigga one. But before I get out of here, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash, Shalom. Lord willing, I'll be out here again next week.